One message for you from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science,
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. Next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. I mean it. Like,
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
what the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang on.
Moran.
Hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.
Welcome back to another episode of the BS Podcast. I am your host, Quincy Moran, a.k.a. the Q-Dog. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a blast from the past. It is Moran Brothers version of the BS Podcast. Josh Moran, what's going on, brother man?
Where is everybody?
While Bill is down, he's in the basement. He is as sick as a dog and can't get on. I got his Bama bullet points. He's going to watch the program and comment. Amber and Austin and Amber, they are on the vacation with family in West Virginia. So that leaves the rowdy crew, you and me. That's right. What's going on, bro? Talk to me.
Not much. Just going through a little diverticulosis spell. So,
ooh, I hate to hear that. I tell you, man, I was feeling pretty rough over the weekend and finally got it back. But I hate to hear that. You know, you got to go low residue, brother.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it after the program. But anytime you have a flare up, you have to go low residue when you have a flare up, because that's going to be the least amount of pressure or resistance in your bowels. So look up low residue diet. You're going to have to follow it to a T, and that way you don't risk perforation. It's very important. I thought the opposite when I had a flare up.
I ate what it was, but
well, I don't remember everything. It's like white bread. It's everything you shouldn't eat because it's not healthy for you, but it's not going to cause bigger problems.
Yeah, so this is day 3, so I'm just going to tough it out. I've been eating what I normally eat.
Okay. Well, I was like, man, if there's problems, I'm going to up the fiber. Like, I'm going to get more in because I want to make sure I scrape it all out. And the doctor was like, well, actually, that could cause a rupture and your bowel will perforate, leak into your body cavity, gangrene, you'll die. So I opted for the low residue diet and got healthier faster. So with that being said, we're here to talk about Alabama football. I guess we do talk about BS. Looks like Josh has hit a wall, and we are concerned about that. So, Josh, anything you want to tell us about the brick wall behind you?
Oh, this is just the background I put up.
I don't know why you'd pick the bricks. Are you here to talk about Alabama basketball?
We haven't been breaking much this year. No, I'm just here to talk about probably losing to Auburn.
That's the concern, ladies and gentlemen. That's the concern, and we wonder what that's going to look like. But with that being said, before we do that, let me get down with Wild Bill and his Bama bullet points. The Bama bullet points, normally, I would say, not formally, that doesn't sound right, by Wild Bill himself. I have in my possession those Bama bullet points. And now I'll do my best impersonation of Wild Bill. Can y'all hear me?
How'd you get them delivered? Who delivered them to you?
Wild Bill via the text. I'll show you here.
They didn't come in an envelope with a wax seal?
Legal pad.
Okay.
That's legal pad.
So it was written down. It was written down.
They were written down.
I see that again. Put that close. Okay, never mind. I was going to say he's got good handwriting for a dude, but upon further review, I'd retract that statement.
You know, I think that was about as accurate as Connor Talty's kicking. Oh, first joke of the night in. Boom. All right. Hopefully so I'm going to I'll do my best impression of Wild Bill. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Josh?
Sandy, I got to take this shit.
Whoa. That escalated quickly. I think I'll stop doing impersonation.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. Go Jahmyr Gibbs, go is what I have to say. What do you think about being over 150 points and McCaffrey hasn't even played? Come on, fantasy football. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the Bama bullet points. And look, we know that you guys are watching. We got folks on the X account. We got people on the BSP podcast from YouTube. Got people on Facebook, to Facebook. So you need to get in the chat. You need to light this thing up. You have absolute crazy chaos in front of you with the Moran brothers doing the show, this version. So get in the chat, comment below. If you are watching on X, please repost this. That helps us. And if you do that, Josh will not go hungry tonight because somebody's going to donate millions of dollars to him so he can get a low residue diet going for his diverticulosis that has turned into diverticulitis. All right, with that being said, 8 rushing touchdowns. Take that, Mr. Arkansas AD. Wild Bill, hold on a minute. We had 8 rushing touchdowns against the local high school in Illinois.
We solved it, right? We solved it.
All the problems for the Alabama football game, the running game has been solved. We just need to play softer teams. Okay? Thank you. I'll be here all week. Bama scored 14 points in each quarter. That's pretty awesome. Bama had 539 yards, and Eastern Illinois had 34. Can we not get under 25? Somebody call somebody. Talty is 39 of 39 on extra points, but he's 11 for 18 on field goals. Something's going on here. We had a massive argument in the chat about what's going on with Talty. And I have my own feelings about that, and we'll save that for later. All right. Keelan Russell, 7 of 9 for 78 yards. He's got wheels, boys. He has wheels. He's very fast. He throws the ball like a wild man. Lots of promise in the future for Alabama. Austin Mack looked great.
I think he'll leave because he ain't sitting next year, and they're going to give the job to Austin Mack.
We'll see.
I think you're even sticks around.
I think you're being a little too negative about it, but that's okay. You have the right to do that. Keelan Russell, yeah, we have that. Kevin Riley scored his first 2 touchdowns. Who would have thought that after his performance to start off Jam's injury? Holy smokes. 8 rushing touchdowns is the most since 1979. That's 46 years. Yep. 13 players had at least 1 carry. That's awesome. And Bama played 38 guys on defense. Thank you, Wild Bill. You stole some of my thunder from the third quarter. But those, ladies and gentlemen, were some great Bama bullet points. Josh, your comments on those bullet points. You're distracted. What are you doing?
The Iowa State St. John's game is on. I was checking out the score. Basketball. It's a big week.
You're the only guy on the podcast with me, and you're not. You're pointing and clicking.
I was
you can't because you're doing this.
Bullet points, but nobody else. I'm producing.
Oh,
I'm
you're producing nothing. Nothing. Absolutely
Hey,
nothing.
the show's going on. Check this out.
Did Talty just miss another field goal?
No.
No follow-up, just no.
I tried to do a punch and it sucked because you can't hear it.
Yeah. Well,
That's me throwing him out of the world. Mario, he just went off the edge of the world. Kind of talky. Get out of here, bitch. And that's him again.
That's him yelling at the placeholder.
Well, because while we're throwing him, we're also like, there's also a midget attached to him, and they're stabbing him with a small pocket knife.
Does the midget have a parachute?
No, it was a suicide midget.
Oh, man, that's terrible. Well, let's talk about any thoughts you might have relative to Wild Bill's Bama bullet points.
We were playing Eastern Illinois. Everything you just read off is null and void. I don't care that we ran the ball on them. I don't care that everybody had a great game. I don't care that we scored 14 points a game. We're fixing to go into Jordan Hare, where they got some freshman phenom of a quarterback that we didn't even know they had. And all of a sudden he's over there just waiting to kill us. They got everything to play for to ruin our season and to take all of our goals away from us. It's that night. DeBoer don't have a clue of what he's walking into in this shit. He has no clue. He doesn't have a clue. And I don't care, black hoodie or not, I think we're going to lose the game.
Are you going to pick us to lose?
I might do it for the first time this year.
For also, the first time.
I'm hearing chatter that DeBoer doesn't like it in T-Town.
Okay. Who are you hearing this chatter from?
People I listen to. Sources, dude. Sources. I've got
sources. The next round is telling you.
Well, they've got their finger on the pulse, but it wasn't them. I mean, there's just people saying that he might be not enjoying Tuscaloosa, him and his wife, as much as they would like.
Well, here's what I know, and hopefully it's
9-3.
Hopefully it's on. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that per se. When the Penn State job, when Franklin got fired, I said, "Oh crud, that could be Kalen DeBoer's next job." Why is that? And why do you think that? Maybe it's because some of us are concerned about all the pressure that Alabama brings. Maybe he wasn't ready. I mean, those are some of the things that kind of go through your mind. But then I had a change of heart. And this is why. And I want to make a public plea to the Alabama coaching staff. Like, this is an open call to you, the Alabama football coaching staff. And here's what I want to say. In an era after the GOAT has retired, in an era where NIL and the transfer portal are changing college football, what better time in this era to redefine what a coaching staff is and what building a dynasty looks like? What do you have in front of you? You have the opportunity to have this core group of men kick off the next round of what college football's next dynasty could be. So my question is, Coach Saban, has Coach DeBoer called you to sit with his coaching staff? Has he asked you to sit down with himself, with Grubb, and with Womack and say, guys, look what is in front of you. This is evolving into a great staff, a great football team. We're pushing the culture forward. We have our challenges, but imagine what the possibility could be if you all stick around for 3 to 5 years.
Damn,
the opportunities could be endless.
Nobody's sticking around 3 or 5 years these days, man.
That's precisely my point. Nobody's doing it. Not in not players,
Not going to do it here either.
and not coaching staffs. So look at doing what no one else is doing. We were there at the game against Oklahoma. What did the field say? Building giants. So what is that mentality? Is that the mentality, or are those just words they painted on a field? I'm asking.
Giant piles of turds now.
Why?
Because it's not Saban.
It's never going to be him again. So what does the next era look like?
My point is this. In the NIL days, if this dude loses another game to go 3 losses back when he lost 4 last year, because if we lose this game, we're going to lose our bowl game too. Just bet. 8 losses in 2 years. You can't, in a place like Alabama with all the resources, all the money you got, you can't have this kind of mediocrity for more than a year or two, because I'm watching Kurt Signetti and all these other coaches do it, and I don't want to hear a sob story. I don't want to hear it takes time. I don't want to hear that Hugh Freeze bullshit. I want you to win more than 9 games, Caleb. So if you don't, with these rosters you've had over the last 2 years, you can kick rocks, dude, with everybody. We'll bring D'Amico in here.
Yeah, I don't agree with you, because I look at some of these other dumpster fires that are happening in college football.
Go get D'Amico now.
D'Amico is an NFL coach.
Yeah, he's probably
why is he coming to the University of Alabama?
That's why. What do you mean why?
I mean, he could have had the job before.
I don't know. Could he? His name wasn't even mentioned.
Who knows if it was mentioned?
Well, there would have been a rumor out there.
Would you have been happy if we had Brian Kelly?
Hell no.
Would you have been happy if we had?
I didn't like that dweeb before he went to LSU.
Billy Napier?
No.
Dan Mullen?
No.
Hugh Freeze?
What are you naming?
Mike Norvell?
Quincy, you're naming crappy coaches right now. You're not naming the good ones.
I'm naming programs that brought people in.
I'll take the guy from Notre Dame.
Why is he going to leave?
I don't know. But we're Alabama. We can figure it out. Find the next guy. My point is you don't let the mediocrity stick around that long. You gotta rejuvenate it. Just get everything. Get it washed off. Let's do it again. Bring it back. Let's do a whole new turnover. 1 year.
When you're building something, you don't cut bait and run.
I mean, you can build it every year now. It's the NIL area. You don't have to build it.
That's my point. I'm talking about doing something that nobody's doing, and that's what we need to do.
This ain't the guy to do it. I'm saying I just don't think – I don't know, man. I feel like the pressure of this job's getting to him, and he's not a great fit at Alabama. That's just what I get.
Okay, so for the second year in a row –
you have to come out there and win the games that matter. This is 2 years in a row laying an egg in games that we have to win, that are like literally you win and you're in the playoff. He's winning games early in the year, and we're winning against ranked teams. But when and you're in the playoffs, we lose.
We haven't lost yet. Listen.
Oh, we just lost one if we won, we were in the playoffs. We just lost one.
We still have our own destiny. We still have our own destiny.
We did it last year too, and I'm just trying to tell you, I see a pattern, and this is a bad pattern.
Okay, well, answer this about your pattern. He couldn't win on the road last year, and he lost to unranked teams. How's he doing this year?
Well, he lost to Florida State, and he lost at home to Oklahoma. We've won a couple of road games.
Okay, what are the road games that we won?
They're good road games, but the offense has regressed significantly over the last 4 or 5 weeks. That's an issue. We're getting to the end of the year where you're supposed to be playing your best, and we're not. And this is the second year in a row that we did not.
Well, here's what I would say. He has everything in front. He's got the whole thing in front of him.
I know. I agree.
And so you were the guy who said weeks ago that he couldn't turn the season around. You said this. You said he can't. He can't.
Well, guess what? If we lose Friday, he didn't. Or if we lose Saturday, he didn't turn the season around.
That hasn't happened yet.
It's a loss. Season's done.
It is over if he loses, but he hasn't yet.
We playing freaking St. Bonaventure or somebody. Whoever the hell.
But it hasn't happened. He answered the call.
I understand what you're saying. We're just talking your opinion and my opinion. Your opinion is he's the guy. Mine is he's going to lose to Auburn, and it's about to be a shit show. Just wait. If he loses this game, dude, the whole fan base is coming for his neck, dude. You just wait. Interim Auburn coach, dude. Team in chaos, bro. It's a wrap for this guy.
I'm here and I'm saying that he has, while we are struggling offensively, our defense is
killer and
head and shoulders. Head and shoulders better than it was last year. It has done nothing but
we have to score.
It has done nothing but get better.
We have to score.
We do. But as far as the road games go, he's answered the call. I think that South Carolina game was a difficult game. He won. Obviously, the Missouri game, difficult game. He won. The Georgia game, difficult game. He won. So he is making progress forward. Do we want to be 9-2? No. Did they let that Oklahoma game, did they give it away? Yes. But here he is poised to go 10-2 and to put his team into the playoffs. And you've written him off.
I have written him off, yes.
You've written him off.
You know, I go where the wind blows, dude. Like, if he wins, I'm back in. It's not a big deal. I'm back and forth on this.
Who are your sources? Reveal them.
What do you mean that says that?
The people that got their finger on the pulse. Who are the sources?
Somebody mentioned it on the next round, like something about maybe it might be like just a hypothetical, but I just wanted to say it because it's a good point. Like, he might not be a good fit in Tuscaloosa. He might not like living there. That's somebody. They said somebody heard his wife was not the happiest in Tuscaloosa. If that's true, then he's going to get the hell out of there because you can't have a pissed off wife home every day.
If your wife is not happy there, you need to make plans to leave.
You're going to leave. There's so many jobs open right now. He's got the pick of a litter.
He does.
What quarter are we in right now? What are we doing?
We're 21 minutes in, and we are doing a show.
So it's the second quarter already.
It's the second quarter, but we're having meaningful dialogue about why you continue to give up on DeBoer.
I don't even need a quarter system in this one.
There's video evidence of you giving up on DeBoer, and he proved you wrong.
Not yet.
And
I didn't give up on him once I got back on his train. I had went back with him.
You were anti-Ty Simpson. You got on his train, and now you hate him.
I'm back off of it because it's what have you done for me lately? And he's playing like shit.
You want him to be thrown off the edge with Talty attacked by a midget on a suicide mission.
What does he have? 8 turnovers in the last 4 games?
Maybe? It's pretty bad.
It's a lot. Pretty bad. Like, I don't want to hear your freaking dweeby speeches that you have that I've been letting slide because you're winning games. He's kind of dweeby in the interviews, and it's been sliding. But right now, hey, you're getting held to a different standard, Ty.
As a starter, he's 9-2.
All these freaking Tiesmen and all this crap is going away. No more abbreviations for you. Play good on Saturday, and we're back on your train. If not, get the hell out of here. I mean, we were hard on Milroe. I don't hear the same energy that I did for Milroe, and this dude's playing like he's playing bad. He's not playing good.
He's not playing like he was. That is true.
Milroe bad. I mean, that's Milroe bad. When Milroe played bad, I don't know. He could play for the Raiders. That's how bad he plays. If he plays,
Milroe Milroe had some very low moments. I don't disagree. But here's the thing. I think it took time. I'm not explaining away his poor performance because you making bad passes is you making bad decisions. But I think it took a little bit of time for people to figure out that we were one-dimensional. We couldn't run the football. And once teams figured that out, that we truly were one-dimensional or are one-dimensional, unless we're playing La Monroe or Eastern Illinois, that changes the defense. And now it all relies on the quarterback. And when your offensive line can't protect you, you don't make great decisions all the time, and your wide receivers drop footballs. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, Ryan Williams, another touchdown drop. That was pretty awesome.
I didn't get to see that because I wasn't signed in.
You didn't miss nothing. He dropped a touchdown pass. I mean, hell, I fell asleep at the end of this game. Man, this is such a non-game for me. I wasn't even excited half the time. Like, I just want to get to the game that matters because all I can think about is there's a chance we come out and just beat their ass and our offense gets back on track. There is a chance of that because it was a dumpster fire over there. But there's also a big chance that we lose this game. And if we lose this game, none of this other crap matters.
It's true. Let's talk about winning before we go to the next quarter. It's going to be a modified show, ladies and gentlemen. Look, you got the Moran brothers. And like we say in my household, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Just get excited.
But you live with a bunch of women, so you should probably let them throw a fit every once in a while.
Negative. If you let it go too far, they take over.
Daddy issues loading.
Hey, that's what you do as a parent. You create revenue streams for therapists. That's what you do.
Daddy issues are alive and well.
Yeah. Or, people like you and me, we just internalize them and melt. That's the way it is.
Did I miss the end of that game? Crap.
Oh, you couldn't watch college basketball while we're doing the show, huh?
We played them. I'm just trying to see if they won. Ah, shit. They lost by one. That takes our strength schedule down.
Well, here, I want to talk about winning. I think it's important to talk about winning. So let's talk about last week's predictions before we move on to the next quarter.
Like Charlie Sheen winning or like not that crackhead kind of stuff?
Explain to me what Charlie Sheen winning is.
You don't remember him coming up with that? Winning. When he was on a drug-induced crack bench? Well, you just need to go watch his documentary on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Okay, why didn't I do the rest of the math here? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull this thing together.
I don't know, but why do I feel like whenever we beat a team of basketball and then they lose, I feel like we lost?
Because you're too caught up in the moment. You go with the wind. You told us that already. Everybody knows it. It's true.
I love college basketball, though, dude. It's pretty awesome.
You do. If you love it, why don't you marry it? Sorry about that.
What are you doing?
Okay, I'm just getting to the final here, and then we'll get this show on the road. Okay. Okay.
Checking scores?
Yeah, I had to finish them up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Eastern Illinois, 0. The University of Alabama, 56 points. Your 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 5th place, Wild Bill. 4th place, Josh Moran.
Dude, I sucked this year.
3rd place, Austin, the Hammer Dash. And it's only me and Amber left, so take a wild guess.
Win again.
Take a guess what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, first place for this week, none other than Quincy Moran. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right.
Probably
there you go.
Cheating, but who would know?
I'll do my best. Oh, why do I do that?
This is the second quarter of the best podcast. Roll Tide.
I embraced it that time. What do you think? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the stats. The stats are brought to you by Man vs. Marriage, the podcast. Do you want to be a better husband? Do you want to be a better man? Do you want to be a better lover? Come on down to QuincyMoran.com and check out Man vs. Marriage, the podcast. Right now, the last 4 episodes we dropped is Where Do I Start? So if you're looking to start somewhere to make your marriage better, to make your life better, to make you a better man, come on down. 4 episodes ready for you in this series. And trust me, this is not something I read from a book. This is from personal experience, mine and my wife's journey. So we invite you to come over to QuincyMoran.com and check out Man vs. Marriage, the podcast.
I've always found that it's best to start at the beginning.
Okay, that's great. With that being said, what we're going to talk about are the stats. I want to show you the leaders. Okay, I do not know. Oh, look, we got nobody. We got nobody again. I love that. He will remain nameless. I do not know, candidly, the names of the Eastern Illinois guys. So I'm going to call them by their last name. So if we look at the leaders, Eastern Illinois, Cameron Wolf, quarterback, 4 of 8 for 20 yards. I'm pretty sure Josh could have done that.
No,
Ty Simpson.
I probably couldn't.
Ty Simpson, 11 of 16 with 2 interceptions for 147 yards.
Ooh, so good.
Running the ball, Cameron Kellen.
Wait, does that say 2 interceptions?
Yeah, he had 2.
Ty!
The last one, nobody's holding against him just because they asked him to throw. Yeah, 50-50 ball in the end zone. So Cameron Kellen, running back, 14 carries for 25 yards. For us, Jam Miller, 11 carries, 1 touchdown for 62 yards. Number 15, leading receiver, Cameron Green, 1 reception for 15 yards. What about Mbakwe? Man, I wanted him to get in the end zone so bad. 2 receptions for 39 yards.
He was our lead receiver?
Yeah, that's crazy. How's that even possible?
I don't know.
So we look at leading in sacks was Tim Keenan, the 3rd. He had 2. And over there, it was Cameron Nobody for the Eastern Illinois Panthers. And leading tacklers, number 13, Cameron Alexander, defensive back, 9 solo tackles. And Bray Hubbard, ladies and gentlemen, if you need him, what do you think about people saying 2 solo tackles, respectively, 4 tackles on the day? What do you think about people saying that he is the best player on our defense?
Bray Hubbard?
Yes.
I mean, I'd say it's, I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be either him or
Justin Jefferson?
Pierre Jefferson.
Yonze Pierre. This defense is loaded, Josh.
They really are.
Is
a good defense.
It's absolutely loaded. All right, let's talk about.
I think next year he's going to be out of this world.
Yeah, the future is bright, and we'll talk about that in the next quarter. I got the wrap on the press conferences from the coaches. Some things that are in there that are concerning. Some things that are in there that we're excited about. So let's talk about this. EIU, 34 yards, 34 total yards. Sense of pride for the Alabama Crimson Tide. They failed in their 1 goal, which was actually they had more than 1 goal. One of them was a shutout accomplished. The other one was not to let them cross the 50. They let them do that once. But on the day, 34 yards, 34 total yards. Alabama 539 turnovers. 1 for the Panthers, 2 for your Crimson Tide. First downs. The Panthers loaded up with 2 first downs compared to Alabama at 32. Penalties, 3 of 35 for Eastern Illinois. Your Alabama Crimson Tide, this is another place where they've gotten better. Josh, penalty side, 4 for 29 for the Crimson Tide, but that's not an anomaly, okay? Those penalty numbers have been around for the majority of this season, which we did not see last year. We didn't even see that in the last year of Saban's tenure. The penalties were outrageous. Third downs, 1 for 11 for EIU. 8 for 11 for the University of Alabama. That's despicable. We should have been 11 for 11 or not had any third downs. 4th down conversion, 0 for 1, a swing and a miss by the Panthers. 1 for 2 for the University of Alabama. Don't you love how that 1 for 2 is actually half? That's kind of the way it goes. And the time of possession, very lopsided. Alabama had the ball for 38 minutes and change. Eastern Illinois. Look at you guys. 21 minutes, 51 seconds. Josh, before we go on and I talk about other stats, what are your thoughts on playing these lower level schools?
I mean, I don't know if I'd ever want to really play a school that's this lower level. I mean, there was literally no competition, but you gotta have a tune-up at some point. We've been through a gauntlet this year. I heard Oregon's coach Dan Lannon kind of taking a shot at some of the games, and it's like, bro, you played a crappy teams in the beginning of the schedule, so I don't want to hear a damn thing about the Big Ten right now. They're scheduling, but
yeah, I'm glad that he said it. I asked coaches, please go talk crap. Because there's an iconic movie out there, and it's one of the most important phrases that has reigned true throughout the world for probably 2 decades. And it's like this. And there are like Rocky Balboa, Braveheart, there are movies out there that are so iconic that they stick with you until your last day on earth. And this is no exception. There's a brilliant man that said this, cackling fuel. And that's all this needs to be. Thank you, coach. Not only can I do that for you, coach. Yes, I could do that for you, coach. It's tackling fuel. Captain Insano. So that's what I hope it becomes. Josh, can you please slide a little bit to your left? Your other left. Go to the right. Go to the right. There we are. You're in. Hey, buddy. How you doing? I'm here. All right, let's look at the expanded view of the stats because I really I enjoy those. So like we said, 4 of 9 for 20. I called every single guy on that roster, on that league, on the team lead. I called him Cameron because I just didn't know their name. 4 of 9 for 20 yards. Alabama, though, on the day, 23 of 30 for 270 yards passing. That's an average of 2.2 yards per pass for the Panthers and 9 yards per pass for the Crimson Tide. 1 interception versus 2 for Ty. We'll say it's 1-1, even though the record books say it. For the Panthers, 30 attempts for 14 yards. That's about a half yard a carry. And for the Alabama Crimson Tide, 49 attempts for 269 yards. That's 5.5 yards a carry. Where you been my whole life? Let's see. Is there anything else that's meaningful there? I don't think so. So maybe I'll just use that the next time. But that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your stats. Josh, anything that stands out to you in the stat talk?
I mean, it'd be pretty impressive if it wasn't East Illinois. So I'm going to revert back to my last statement of none of this stuff matters.
Yeah, that particular game, the only thing that does matter, and I'll concur, 38 guys rotated in on defense. I think that is great news.
I did. There was a lot of good talent out there. I'll tell you that. It looked like, but I mean, they were playing up against these high school dudes. So, but they did look the part. That defense looked stacked, and I thought Washington when he was there and his whole teams are all about offense. But
well, it helps to have Kane Womack, and how much longer will we have him? We'll find out about that in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. That was your second quarter. The second quarter is brought to you by Man vs. Marriage, the podcast. Make sure to comment below to get your quote featured on the show. And now, the third quarter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time now for the third quarter. The Dashes on DeBoer is brought to you by Quincy Moran. That's right. Go to quincymoran.com and see more about the Dashes on DeBoer.
Why does
So, Josh,
Austin
today
State's always look like this?
he's peering over his chubby cheeks to see everything in high definition. He's a computer man, and they inserted bifocals in his eyes. He has zoom capacity.
Huh?
I don't know. I can't answer that, actually. What I can say is that he is a fantastic musician and singer. The guy's got mega talent.
He's also pretty grumpy and upset all the time.
You would be too if you.
He'll probably tell you, "No, I'm not," but just read the chat.
You know, if you told the world on a worldwide podcast like this that you could run a 4.7 and then never did it, you'd probably be grumpy too. I'm just saying. All right, let's talk about Ryan Grubb, Kane Womack, and Kalen DeBoer. Who do you want me to start with, Josh, when it comes to notes?
Start with Kalen.
I will. And Josh, I was ill, so you know, and the rest of the world knows that we did not get to watch the game together. Missed you. I always enjoy watching the game with you, no matter where we are. And so that was a bummer, but good to report. As you know, Alabama won 56.
At least it was that game. I mean,
that's a fair point. So here's the thing when it comes to DeBoer. You know, he starting out, he just wanted to give kudos to the seniors. And boy, the seniors, to me, the seniors on this team have actually been through something, those that have been there for a while, because they lived and played through the retirement of Nick Saban.
Or are they seniors at Alabama and they weren't there when Saban was there?
I don't know. I'm going on the margin that they're probably there.
Okay.
So with that, you know, they're going to ask the question. He talked about 30. He talked about 10 seconds of the Eastern Illinois game to start off. And then it was like, hey, let's talk about the Iron Bowl. And so, you know, one of the reporters asked him about the gravity of the game, the tradition of the game, and what it looked like. And he said, look, this means everything to this team. Obviously, this game means everything to the season based on where we are. But ultimately, we need to keep it simple. We have to simplify this down to what we need to do to win, what we need to do to accomplish our goals, what's the objective in front of us. And the key here, and I don't think it's just talk, it's focusing on what we do. Why does that matter, Josh? Because if the defense remains strong, what we need to do is we need to get our offense, a few tweaks on our offense to get this thing ignited. There you go. In my mind, here's the challenge. Here is the ultimate challenge going to Auburn. I know there's voodoo and all kinds of bull crap. I would say there's nothing to that, but Alabama just can't see their way past beating Oklahoma in the regular season. So there is some kind of mind game. There's a lot of mental friction that goes on along with that. But from what I understand, this will be one of the best defensive lines that we have faced the entire season. Why does that present a challenge? It's not only the defensive line, but their linebacking core, according to Coach DeBoer, is stacked as well. They play very aggressive and they play attack football. So partially, depending on what our scheme is, and if we have the ability to adapt and we make the tweaks that are possible with the right 5 guys on the line, we have the right running back in that can block well. We get someone who can replace Cuevas, then we can attack this team from a passing standpoint. Because they're going to have to dedicate a lot of resources if our offensive line does what they need to do. They're going to have to dedicate those resources to keeping pressure on Ty, which means we're going to open up the back end of that defense. So I think it's very important, you know, for us to look at that perspective. But no, we've faced some pretty serious defensive lines. One of those defensive lines was who? South Carolina. Oklahoma was great as well. Of course, that defense as a whole, we put up 400 and something yards. We just made a few mistakes. So with that being said, you know, if It's just if. That's all I can say. I hope that they were able to put some schemes together. Coach DeBoer said that they were very intentional about how they ran the offense this week because they needed to get some guys some game speed work. I know it's against a high school team or thereby close, but that was what they were intentional about. So they did go and ask the question, what's going on with Cuevas? And in coach speak, when he says we're going to continue to evaluate him, that means there's a really good chance he's not going to be around. So we do have a couple of options. And I'm going to say, who had the better day? I think Pritchett had the better day.
That freshman dude.
Pritchett, number 14, right?
Yeah, let's look at his name real quick. Let me see here. Marshall Pritchett.
Yeah.
That was it. 6'5", freshman. Dude's a baller. Give him the ball.
Yeah, get the ball in his hand. So I'm going to say that Cuevas has really come on and made his presence known. He's made some big drops. But conversely, he's been much more productive this season than last season. So the other thing that Coach DeBoer took time to talk through is the future of the program. In the future of our program, what he looked at, what he was proud of, is that the tight ends that were out there were young. The young quarterbacks had an opportunity to be on the field. The younger offensive linemen were allowed to be on the field. And then the defense, the young guys from the defense that were on the field. And he said the future at Alabama is very bright. He said, we have a lot of talent.
The two backup quarterbacks sure look good.
They did look great, but if you're going to qualify the whole game that it was Eastern Illinois, it doesn't matter, then to me, bringing that up is just rubbish.
Just seeing them, how they look more comfortable from the mop-up duty they got the first time.
They did look quite a bit. They looked smooth compared to Ty. Ty still looked a little jumpy, and I wish I could put my finger on what it is. I think I know what it is, but I really hope that
could just not have the goods, man.
I think it's obvious he does have the goods, and there's something going on in the mental deck. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, it's the wrong time for that, buddy.
Well, and then there's never really a right time. So that was what Coach DeBoer had to say. I love that he's taking this approach. He didn't have a lot of energy, a lot of that excitement, energy like he had on the sideline against Eastern Illinois. I think he was having a good time with the team. It was senior day. He was excited to get them on the field and let guys play ball. But I believe that he knows what is in front of him. He knows what is at stake from the perspective of the program. And I do believe he's feeling that pressure. But like I tell my wife, that pressure is a privilege. That is a privilege not many people have the opportunity to face. Bless you, Josh. So I look at pressure and I go, this is great. This is where you want to be. You're at one of the marquee programs in the country, and you get to tell your own story. Alabama gets to be the hero in the story and go beat their rival in order to get into the playoffs. So I'll ask you later on what your thoughts are about the SEC championship and what you'd want to do. But let's talk about Coach Grubb. Here's one of the things that I noticed right away, and something that I believe, whether it was Eastern Illinois or not, made a difference. And that was Coach Grubb being on the ground. He was on the sideline. And I think I go back to the Lane Kiffin days, the Sark days, the Dayball days, and I see those guys that were on the sideline, Josh. I think that makes a difference when your OC is there and you can communicate in person. You can feel the energy. He can coach you up. And that's what he talked about. He said, I felt like I can make a difference on the sideline. So I have an appreciation for that, because that tells me that he sees what we see, and that he needs to do something different in order to get this offense jump-started. So I thought that was good. Any thoughts on that before I continue to move on, Josh? You're muted. Freaking rookie.
Well,
Boo!
it'd be nice to know if it made a difference, but we were playing Eastern Illinois, so we're gonna have to see it on Saturday.
Well, here's the thing, okay? I know you keep talking about who it was. You can only play the team that's on the field. That's all you can do. So I saw some things that were positive, and we're going to see if it translates. But I believe he's going to be on the sideline again, against Auburn. And one of the reporters brought up Ty and him passing, and he was actually talking about a ball that would have been intercepted that was thrown over the middle of the field. And Coach Grubb thought he was talking about one of the interceptions, like the 50-50 ball. So he said, hey, this is what happened on the first one. But the second one, we're not going to count against him because that was a selfless play. We asked him to make a 50-50 throw into the end zone. And the reporter was like, Coach, I was actually talking about this particular play. And it was the one where he just didn't put enough air under it to make that catch or to make it to the wide receiver. But as I looked at it, I think it was thrown behind the wide receiver anyway. So had it not been slapped out of the air, I really think that the ball would have been behind the receiver. So, hopefully they're doing some work this week. But overall, I felt like Coach Grubb, I thought he had a great press conference. He had great energy. I think he's looking forward to this game and this matchup because he knows nobody knows the potential of the football team, Josh, like the team and the coaching staff, and what happens like if Bama peaks at the right time. I don't know what you're doing, what you're looking at there. You're watching more basketball, or are you even paying attention to what I'm saying? You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm looking up. I was looking up something.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about Coach Womack. This is what stood out to me to begin the press conference. I mean, he started somewhere else, and so did the press room. But one of the standout question to me was, Coach Womack, your name has been mentioned for some other opportunities to be the head coach around the SEC. So anything you could talk about that? And he shut it down. He shut it down like it was a religious organization at the front door in the middle of an Alabama game, and you just had to shut the door and walk away. I mean, it was that quick. He goes, I can appreciate that question, but I will not make any comment on anything in regards to any job opportunities for me. Done.
Yeah, I saw where you said that.
So we've talked about this too. He talked about being proud of the defense, but the idea or the reality that they made it across the 51 time was unacceptable. I love that. I just love it. He's the one that talked about rotating 38 players through, and the message he had to the players, the guys that had been there, the guys that hadn't got any playing time, he said, look, you're not just going to get playing time because you're on the team. You've got to earn it. And those guys went out there and they did it. We saw so many, 38 players on defense, Josh. Come on.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. So, I thought that was pretty
about all of them.
Yeah, I would say. And, I really wish Mbakwe got a little bit more action. I think he's made some sacrifices for the team. And I can't even remember what year he is, but I'm really proud of that guy. And I wish with all my heart to fly to the land of dragons in the world of art. Anyway,
he made the wrong decision, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, on both sides of the ball, we're pretty stacked. But his experience probably would have been a little bit more impactful on the defense.
He would probably been a starter.
I think there's still time. I don't know why I wouldn't hop on over. But one thing that that the coaching staff talked about that I really thought was admirable is that these are the guys that make everything possible, because you have to have these guys that are on the team, that run the practice squads, that face the ones. You've got to have those guys to make the program move forward. So they do a lot of the dirty work. And, coaching football for almost 10 years, I can say that's absolutely true. The guys that don't see the field because they're not the best, they still make an amazing impact and contribution to the team. So my hat's off to those dudes. Because I truly think the coach is right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your third quarter. Josh, any comments before we move on to El Cuarto de Cuatro?
I'm just worried about the game, man. That's where I'm at.
Understood. Well, it's time now for the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is brought to you by, who do we want to sponsor?
Mom.
Well, here's something. I accidentally let this lapse and didn't cut it off before auto pay. So the fourth quarter is brought to you by Josh Moran at IamJoshMoran.com for at least another year, where you can go and get high quality crap. Go right now to IamJoshMoran.com for Josh Moran apparel. There's some good stuff up there, Josh. I just want you to know.
You need to have that app that tells you how many subscriptions you have.
Rocket Money.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
You
Where
seem
they look.
You seem like the type that has a lot of shit that he wouldn't necessarily know about.
Those commercials are so believable because they're going to offer somebody $100 if they get in a cold tub and name their subscriptions. I mean, I'm jumping in a cold tub for $100, aren't you? No. How dumb.
For $100?
Staged.
You wouldn't jump in a cold tub? What am I missing here? Where'd that come from?
You get in the cold tub and you have to name, I think, 3 to 5 or more subscriptions that you have after you get in the cold tub. And if you do, or name all your subscriptions or something like that. If you do, they'll give you $100 cash. If you don't, you get nothing but cold laundry. I mean, that's it.
Isn't it good to get the cold plunge, though?
Yeah, but what's the person going to do wherever they're walking around out in the streets? They get no money and then they just got to walk around soaked?
Well, I mean, where do you do? Where is it on the street, or is it just like that they come to your house?
They pretend like they're out, like in front of the mall, and I'll give you $100 if you can name 10 subscriptions that you have on your phone.
I don't know if I have 10 subscriptions. If you got 10 subscriptions, you need some help. Like I got YouTube, Fubo. I already canceled that actually. Hulu, Disney, and all that. That's a bundle, so that's one subscription.
That's 4.
Say okay, so 4. Netflix 5.
Okay. Amazon Prime,
Spotify 6. Amazon Prime 7.
7. Keep going. You got more than you think.
I think that's actually it. I'm gonna go look.
Yeah. Now we need to know, because here you are talking about people who have 10 subscriptions as if they're somebody degenerate.
YouTube TV. Well, does the Sunday Ticket count, or is that
Sunday Ticket? That's 8.
8, yeah. And all the rest are bills. I don't have anything else.
Okay. Well, that's
but I mean, how many people do people have?
I don't know. I think I got a lot of subscriptions.
They say people have more subscriptions, like multiple to one thing.
Why don't you sign up for Rocket Money and let us know?
I don't need to. I follow my bank accounts closely, and all of the things that I use for money, I know what's on. I know what's happened. I don't need Rocket Money to tell me that I've got 3 Netflix subscriptions. If you have 3, you're an idiot.
You are an idiot.
If you need Rocket Money to tell you what subscriptions you have, you're a freaking idiot.
Here's the thing: if you signed up for Rocket Money and you had 9 subscriptions, you got to dunk in a tub.
Yeah, but I mean, so what? What if they're 9 different subscriptions? What the hell do I need you for? You're supposed to point out extras.
You only had 8 that you knew about.
I'm just saying, like, if you have so many subscriptions to where you don't know what you have, you're an idiot. Their thing is like some people have multiple subscriptions that they don't know about. It's like How?
I don't know. Not everybody manages their money like you do. I know that.
They probably either make too much money and they don't give a shit, or they got a bunch of side bitches and they got all these Netflix accounts under the same money tree.
Or they might have...
Could be a sugar daddy that has a bunch of side women.
They could have significant credit card debt and not know it because they don't pay their credit card and they just pay the minimum. So they're just getting charged by all types of things. That could be the problem.
And that rocket money ain't gonna help that. That's just gonna show you your dumbness. It's not gonna help you get over it.
Okay, I don't really know, but I have a ton of subscriptions. But I pay for StreamYard, I pay for Canva, CapCut, all the things that go into making this program.
Rocket money, and if it saves you anything, Melly will get in a cold plunge.
You're not signing her up for nothing.
She just told me she'd do it.
Here's the thing. I'll get in the group chat between us and our wives, and I'll ask her if that's authentic.
She just heard it. She was like, I'll do it.
I'm bringing a bucket of cold water to Thanksgiving.
If you pour that on her head, boy, good luck to you.
There's no land where I would ever do that. Well, let me say this. If there was a guaranteed multi-million-dollar opportunity, I'm dumping it. And then I'm running and letting her know at the same time, I'm giving you money.
One of those things where you can't tell her about it, then it's kind of like at work when you have to make a decision without talking to the boss. You make it and ask for forgiveness later.
Here's something I want to talk about before I hit the fourth quarter button.
Yeah, because I got to go soon.
Me too. I think it was almost 4 years ago. You tried to push me out of the fantasy football league that we're in together with the Richardsons.
Your memory is just ridiculous.
Tried.
No, I helped you, actually.
You tried to push me out hostily.
What did that do? It made you pay attention. You're welcome.
Where am I at now?
I think you're doing really good, but you weren't, and you're welcome.
I just want to remind you of that. You tried to force me out of the league.
I'm going to take back what I did because you weren't paying attention. And you deserved it. And you know you deserved it.
I didn't deserve it.
You did.
I'm part of that league for 15 years.
Well, we need to have a redraft because some of these people got too much.
No. I do not.
I was talking to Brad about something maybe because they do have these leagues where you keep some and then you redraft. So maybe you keep 4 or 5 of your players and then you draft the rest. Like you get to each year you keep the guys you want and then you have to draft the rest.
I have to fight against that. It's
Why? Quincy, there's going to come a time where you don't have a good team. Again.
I got to fight through it. I have to fight through that. I've got to do better.
People like Brennan and Boom Goes the Dynamite inherited fucking crap shit shows, dude. And they can't, like, I don't care. Brennan, he's whatever. He's cool and all, but I'll pick on him. I don't care if he loses. But it's sad because their teams they're horrible.
You're just 2 or 3 years away from being better.
Well, I even talked to him about just slimming down the bench to get more on the waiver wire.
You want to change the rules?
Why do we need 10 bench players? Why can someone have 4 quarterbacks? That's stupid. There's nobody. Go to the waiver wire. There's nobody out there to pick up. What if you have an injury, like to your quarterback?
Then make a trade.
You have all these idiots that have 4 or 5 quarterbacks that are just like freaking gluttonous freaking losers.
Well, make a trade.
I need more fantasy stuff.
I perceive that you want to change the rules because you're failing.
No, I just think it's fair. I'm not the only one, dude. But he would put it to a vote. So that tells you everything you need to know with our commish.
I think he's a great commissioner.
He's a good guy. Away from fantasy football. It brings out the worst in him.
3, 2, 1.
Here's what's difficult about leading this show and doing 90% of the talking while you surf the internet and watch basketball. It doesn't leave me a lot
basketball anymore, and I've been doing 90% of the talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quincy, you are on crack.
I will run this through Chat GPT and see if it's true.
You can do that all you want. I'm at least 35, 40%.
Holy cow. I haven't had the time to do my prediction. So let's talk about
playing
4 minutes. Josh Brown and Auburn go.
4 minutes. I don't need that much time, but
I need that much time.
I didn't even make one of my patented scoreboard things.
Why?
Well, I'm having a flare up today, and I didn't feel like it. I mean, point blank, I didn't feel like it, and I was busy at work, and then I had to do something after work, and then just didn't work out. So,
here's one thing I'll say is that in these quarters where I've been putting, we'll score 3 points, I'm out. I'm not putting that we're going to get field goals anymore because I don't trust the system. Talty, he's got to stop being faulty. And
he's got to stop being so damn salty too.
He's salty. He's faulty. He's Connor Talty.
And he's also, I'm trying to think of another one. I can't. Damn it.
Did you watch you? Oh, you're not an Apple TV guy, so you probably never watched
Tim Cook
Lasso.
Tim Cook went to Auburn, so go ahead and keep supporting that loser.
It's funny because there's a song about a guy named Roy Kent, and Roy Kent is like the saltiest man on earth, and he's a soccer player. So there's a song about him. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. Roy Kent. And so I'm thinking now.
Super mullet is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No, this was before. No, you know what? I think I'm mixing.
They stole Super Mullen.
He was on before that, but I think I just messed up the I messed up the song.
Well, you
I commingled them. That's my fault.
Uncle Bill sent his prediction.
Okay, good. I'll see that. But
it's my prediction. Why are you talking?
I just want to say, okay, why don't you talk since I've been talking for 91% of the time? 90+%.
Yeah, so I started this off with saying I didn't do my patented whatever you call it, that are world famous now. That the last one I did sold for $4.5 million. I don't know if you told me. I sold NFTs of it.
You did?
Yeah. Yep. I did.
And what you did with those NFTs is you bought a lot of food with seeds and you started choking it down and you gave yourself a flare up.
Well, I actually sold that. Yeah, maybe. Well, I actually sold Kenny Fikes one of my NFTs, and he paid $12,000 for it. I told him it's right on the blockchain.
Ember Dash. Good evening.
Hey, people who abandoned us. So, so I sold Kenny one. I tried to sell Josh one, but he saw right through it. And he knows it's bullshit. So I didn't sell him one. But yeah, I sold some NFTs, dude. I'm rich now.
So you went and did what the Hawk Tua girl did? Is sold some illegal NFTs, and now you're going to be taking.
No, that's called a meme coin. That's another Ponzi scheme. I did a different one.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't a Ponzi scheme. I just sold something that wasn't real. You know what I mean?
I just don't know what to pick here. I got.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with my score. Let's see. So, getting a lot of money from NFTs really changed me a little bit. You know, it's harder for me to think about this.
When you have a lot of money, it is hard to think about anything but a lot of money.
Yeah, because
I heard that.
I don't know where I'm going to go tomorrow.
I have only heard that because I've never had. I guess you have to qualify what's a lot of money. I spent all my pocket cash, so I have no pocket cash.
Tomorrow, I'm thinking about going to what's that place called?
Lake Worth?
Venezuela.
Oh, you're going there?
Supposed to be real nice this time of year.
Yeah. Socialism rocks.
I was going to bring some bread with me, so
Toilet paper?
kind of throw it out like you do for pigeons and just watch the people come up and eat it. You know, that's what I do when you have money.
Oh.
You just
Well, I'll tell you this. The BS podcast voted and approved me to have a $1 trillion compensation package. So thank you guys for that.
Yeah, it's about as real as my millions I just made. All right, so, oh man, I'm just gonna say Bama wins 20-17. I don't see any offense in this game. I just see a bunch of defense, but it's hard for me to pick this year. I don't know what's going on with DeBoer. I mean, it's easier for me to pick Saban scores because you can kind of tell what's going to happen most time. It's just a bunch of winning. But with this guy who needs a black hoodie to make himself better, I'm gonna say 2017.
Alabama, 20-17.
Yeah, against my greater judgment, I think we might win.
I'm coming off a winning streak for this prediction
what do
thing.
You think? You think we're gonna win?
I just want to talk about my winning streak first.
Okay, talk about it. How many is it? 2?
It's 1.
Wow. Who is
Jack Scott Jr.? Roll Tide, sir. Great to have you. Would you give us your prediction for the Alabama-Auburn game? I'm really suffering here. I'm having a challenge.
I said 2017. Uncle Bill said, are you going to read his score?
Yeah, let me read everybody. You read everybody's score. I've talked for 92% of this whole podcast.
Anybody's score in the chat to see if any of the other losers texted. Oh, Amber did. Austin didn't, but he's like bottom of the floor type of loser for us. 2017, 27-20 is Amber's prediction. Uncle Bill, Wild Bill, as everyone knows him, is 24-17, Bama. And Austin says, I hate Gus Malzahn. Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He said 34-21. It just came across the airwaves.
Okay. Here, let me talk about
as we scored 34 on Auburn's defense. I hope so.
Let me talk about my concerns about our offense and how that could affect our defense, because I do believe we have one of the most elite defenses in the country. Obviously, by the numbers, we have the number 1 defense now in the SEC. By the numbers, we have the number 9 defense collectively in the United States. So you got off of the internet surfing, and now you're onto the boogie board with your phone watching videos.
I was answering a text message. Dude, I multitask.
Not very well. We have it documented here.
Well, nobody else heard that. Maybe they did, but you pointed it out.
Everybody watching this program heard it.
You could have ignored it, and it wouldn't have been a big deal.
I'm stifled. Listen, here is my concern about our offense and our struggles.
Yeah.
How many 3-and-outs are we going to have? We start slow on the road.
Oh God.
And so what does that do? That leads to more plays on the field. So if we start slow, we get 3-and-outs, we get hot feet, we start making mistakes. Auburn is going to speed the game up with this young guy, this young quarterback that was not on the team before last weekend, and Josh said that they paid him to play.
Well, now it looks like the Ashton Daniels guy is going to start, but that guy's going to play as well. I don't know why they started him last week. Probably just to make us,
because it was against Mercer.
It doesn't matter.
That's why.
Yeah, well, we started Ty Simpson against Eastern Illinois, so that doesn't hold any water. I think they want us to know that this guy's there, basically.
Yeah, I think it's a mind game situation. I think they're probably going to start this guy one series or one play, and then they're going to bring this other running back, or they're going to run a 2-quarterback set.
I hope they don't play that guy the whole game, honestly, because and it was against Mercer, but
if our defense, if our offense can be productive and sustain drives against that talented, dangerous Auburn defense, and our defense has enough time to rest, to collect themselves, and make adjustments, I have a lot of faith in our defense.
All right, well, what's your score?
However it shakes out, Auburn, you're scoring 10 points.
Now, I would say there's no way they only scored 10, but I mean, they've done that a couple times this year.
Now, here's the thing about our offense. This week,
if we don't score 10 points, I'm going to jump off a building and kill myself. I'm not going to do that. That's wrong.
Don't do that, Josh. Wild Bill says if they would have played Daniels last week, he would have lost his red shirt. That's why he didn't play. So it was a strategic move. Now here's the deal. We've been waiting for the day that Ty Simpson returns, that he comes back to being the man that he was. This week, Ty Simpson and Ryan Grubb are going to get to the bottom of what his challenges are.
We're going to run for 300.
Our offensive line is going to feel a sense of confidence that they haven't felt before because we're going to simplify the running game. We have coached up our running backs and saying, hey, if we're opening lanes, then you've got to hit the lane and you've got to
get out. We did that this week, not the previous 11.
Correct. We didn't, but we have now.
Yeah, finally.
So what I'm going to tell you is these things are going to start to come together.
Yeah.
Okay. This week, we're going to be stingy on defense, and the defense is going to score 2 touchdowns. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. So here's what's going to
14-10 Bama already. We won.
It's already 14-10 Alabama.
If you don't tell me the offense scores, then we need to fire DeBoer now.
Here's what is going to happen with the offense. Ty Simpson is going to come out, and he's going to absolutely destroy this Auburn defense.
You're screwing us over.
He is going to make child's play out of these fools because the Alabama Crimson Tide knows what's at stake. They know what happened last year when they controlled their own destiny.
They
and
lost
listen,
at Oklahoma last year, and they had a chance to go to the playoffs, and they still lost to them this year. Retaliate.
Excuse my language for everybody, but I'm going to say this in my best freaking Italian voice, okay? Listen, you shut your mouth, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Destiny, the University of Alabama is going to grab you by the balls, and they're going to take you, and they're going to choke you out. They're going to make you submit to their will, and they're going to do what they freaking got to do because the good guys are coming to Jordan Hare. They're coming to Auburn, and they're going to go, and they're going to give you, there it is, Pittsburgh.
What? I hope that we just obliterate the hell out of them, and
I
hope we take them to the river and give them a pair of cement shoes.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ignite the flame, the crimson flame that we talk about in our fight song.
Not the flaming buttholes. Not the flaming buttholes.
Josh, stop talking about your experience the last few days with diverticulitis. Listen.
Have you ever seen the black pastor do the flaming buttholes?
No.
Shut up. Okay, we got to get off here, but go ahead and say your goodbyes. I'm going to find it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Alabama is going to come out, and they are going to score a horde of points against Auburn. It's going to be something.
Don't ever look that up on Twitter.
I will not look that up. I'm not going to search out flaming buttholes, Josh.
I did.
So, here's the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's how the game is going to go. I'm on a winning streak. Come on, Josh. Call out winning streak for the Q-Dog. I'm on a winning streak. The University of Alabama is going to come out and score a touchdown to start the first quarter. It's going to be 7-0, Alabama. The second quarter, what are you listening to? Is that me?
What?
Okay. In the second quarter, Alabama is going to absolutely set the tone and put the nation on alert that Alabama is back. They're going to play Eminem loud in Tuscaloosa, and it's going to say like this: guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? That's right, because Eminem's coming to town.
Eminem's a woke loser now, but whatever.
The persona of Eminem when he was a guy who fought against the system, not this ballless man that we know now. Anyway,
right, come on, get it out. So I can say this off here.
Alabama scores 21 points in the second quarter. Offense and defense steals the souls of the Auburn fans at Jordan-Hare. We come out of halftime, and Alabama scores another touchdown. The nail is nailing in the coffin. 1, pat, pat, 2, pat.
What's the final?
Auburn scores a resilient touchdown, and that's the last thing they score, except for, no, I'm not even going to say that. That's terrible. I can't say that. Anyway, that's the last thing they score. Alabama finishes the fourth quarter with 7 points.
When they get some pity sexual relations from girls at the party.
And the University of Alabama beats Auburn 42-10 in the Iron Bowl, an instant classic for Alabama fans, and they make their way into the playoffs. The Boars 10-2. The good guys are ready for the playoffs. They make a final push. They peak at the right time. Ladies and gentlemen, Kalen
you
DeBoer,
don't even sound like
Alabama
you believe
Crimson
that
Tide.
shit. You don't even sound like you believe it, dude. Come on.
What I just tell you?
Well, that's what you told me, but what do you believe?
What I freaking tell you, shut your mouth. I told you.
All right, well, check this out. This is I can't believe you've never seen this, Quincy. All right, let's see. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
ready.
Wait. There we go. Right there.
There we go. Where are we?
Where is it?
Butthole will get cancer in the butthole. It'll burn and burn and burn. They won't be able to sit down because of the burning in their butthole. He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. If you thought that AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet until you see the flaming butthole. Your butthole will be flaming, and you will not be able to sit down until you have a flame coming out of your butthole. And there'll be people walking around all over America with flames coming out of their butthole. Everyone who takes it up the rear, everyone who has a penis injected in his butthole, when that penis comes out, the flame will start burning, because ain't nobody gonna stick no penis in that flame. That flame will be an eternal flame coming out of the butthole.
Okay, you've heard enough.
Thank you for cutting that off.
I wanted to just say, I can guarantee you that man is gay.
And why is that? Because he's railing so hard against homosexuality?
Yes.
So he's covering up his own.
He is 100% covering, because if he's a preacher, he probably feels guilty for it, right? So he's probably just like, I'm really gay, but I still got to give this message. And then, the flaming butthole thing was born. I can't believe you've never heard that.
Well, the thing about that is that anybody who truly believes in the hope of Christianity, why would they fake here? Because they know that it's all going to be exposed in the next life. Everybody's going to see it. So
it's going to be a flaming buttholes everywhere.
Let me tell you something about the truth and flaming buttholes. A large jar of jalapenos.
Well, it do that.
I'm here to tell you it did, because old Grandma and I sat and ate a whole jar of pickled jalapenos from the flea market. And let me tell you, that was flaming buttholes. It was the worst thing. I stormed to our bathroom. He stormed to Dad's bathroom, and hot lava poured out
of your flaming butthole.
Well, this program went downhill.
I mean,
it went downhill fast.
It's all BS for a reason.
It is true, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I didn't make up the flaming butthole thing. That was a pastor.
That was, and I'm pretty sure that if that guy can make tons of money and be famous, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know if he made tons of money.
That was a TV production.
That's a viral clip, I'll say.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I've never had one of those.
Yeah, you want one though, don't you?
Well, I would love to have a viral clip for my Man versus Marriage podcast so that we could help more men and families with marriage. So yes.
It's not a viral disease. That's
I think that's venereal
okay.
disease.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Which would lead to flaming buttholes.
It would.
That's
That is a 6 points of separation, or whatever they call that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are
6 steps from Kevin Bacon. That's what it is.
I don't know what that means.
It means you name people and movies they've been in, and within 6 you could get to Kevin Bacon, the movie he's been in.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, they do it with other people too, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm going to try that right now. You ready? Start logging it down. You ready? Nacho Libre.
Wait, so you're just going to start and go to Kevin Bacon?
I don't know how to get there. I'm testing the theory.
Okay, well, you got to know every actor in Nacho Libre.
I do.
Okay.
And it's not Kevin Bacon. The School of Rock.
Okay.
Gulliver's Travel.
Was Kevin Bacon in that?
No, I'm going to name movies and see if we get to number 6, and then there's Kevin Bacon.
Well, you kind of have to know who's in the movies and how it relates to Kevin Bacon, and you can actually use your knowledge to do it. It's people that have knowledge of this stuff.
I thought it was this crazy theory that no matter what movies you name,
you don't randomly name movies and all of a sudden there's Kevin Bacon. I could do that.
Well, I selected one actor. It was Jack Black.
I could say the freaking Hunger Games series and miss Kevin Bacon.
I just misunderstood it. I thought you were saying if I picked one actor and started naming movies, by the time I got to number 6, Bacon would be in there.
There's like 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon. I don't know, man. I'll look into it. I'll give you a revised version next week.
Next week, I won't be on the program, but for a half an hour.
Well, we'll do a half hour.
I'm going to ask you politely or emphatically. I'm going to switch to emphatically not to present flaming buttholes in next week's program.
I will not do that because I've already done it.
Okay. If your fears come to pass and Auburn beats Alabama, may it not be, then maybe we all will have flaming orifices.
Probably will. More than one. More than one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode of the BS Podcast. I want to thank you for watching with consistency. All you viewers on X, all of you viewers on Facebook, all of you viewers,
all of y'all
on YouTube. We just want to thank you personally. And if you send an email right now to QuincyMoran.com, we will give you a signed, autographed flaming butthole by Josh Moran.
That's a dirty job.
That's a hot one right there. It's a hot take, Q-Dog. All right. That is it for Josh Moran. Hey, you know what? If you are a man or woman of faith, pray for Wild Bill. And we pray that his health just gets better. And safe travels for all of the dashes out there moving to and from between Tennessee and West Virginia. Josh, before we go, what is your favorite dish for Thanksgiving? While you're thinking, this was asked to Ryan. Dressing. Chicken and dressing?
Well, whatever your wife made last year was good too. With the cranberry sauce, got to have jellied, not jellied, but when it looks like the can. I want that kind.
Yeah. That dressing with cranberry sauce is outstanding. It is hard to beat, dude. Very hard to beat. For me, I'm going to have to go with the same thing, but I want some green meat casserole with it. Okay?
Yeah, somebody's making one, I think.
We are. Yes, we are.
Cool. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, man. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Go find a pilgrim and shake their hand and let them know we appreciate them migrating to this country due to religious persecution. And let them know that...
you shake something too low, that's not their hand.
Are you covering up for the same thing that pastor is?
Yeah.
All right. We put the BS and BS podcast tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, your scores for Alabama Auburn. Amber 27-20. Austin Dash 34-21. Josh Moran 20-17. Wild Bill 24-17. And yours truly, Quincy Moran, 42-10.
Sure.
One thing we didn't get to is whether you would, just real quick, do you want to be in the SEC? Oh, wow. Okay. Do you want to be in the SEC championship or not?
I think we have to if we want to make sure we get into playoffs. I think we can beat A&M.
I want in. I'm not taking the route where I don't want to be in. I want to die with my boots on. I want in. Let's go get it.
Look at A&M's schedule. Who knows? Who knows how good they really are? They did win a tough game at Notre Dame earlier in the season.
We're about to find out if they're good. They're going to play Texas at home.
I think
playing Texas.
They're going to lose that game.
Well, it remains to be seen.
But
that's it, Josh.
Texas is taking it out. Roll Tide. All right.
All right. Your final words are Roll Tide. My final words will be Roll Tide. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here for this episode of the BS Podcast. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a happy Thanksgiving. May the force be with you. God bless you, and Roll Tide.
One message for you from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
It's not rocket science, you know.
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. The next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. I mean it.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
What the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang on.
Quincy Moran.
Hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.